Hello everyone, this is the third class on kinematics and today we will be discussing graphs. So what are graphs? Graphs is capsule of information. Suppose a plane is flying. Now suppose a plane is flying at some velocity, acceleration, it is at some position at some time. Now these all information will change in the whole journey. In the whole journey this will change. Now collecting this much of data and analyzing them is not so easy. Now if we form a graph of it, from that graph we can find any information. So graph is like a capsule of information. Okay, this is the importance of graph. Now to understand graph we need to understand integration and differentiation. So what is integration? So we will just understand the basic of it, that is required in it, and otherwise integration is you have a whole book in class 12th. Okay, so integration, what is integration? It is summation. Adding things is integration. And similarly differentiation is about, it is the opposite of integration. From differentiation we find slope, from integration we find area. Okay, so let us understand the basics of it. So one thing is differentiation, or you can write derivative, f dash x. Okay, and then second thing is integration, that is fx dx, and this is the symbol of integration. Integration is summation, adding things, and this is the opposite of it. Both are opposite. So from this we find slope, from this we find area. Okay, so let us understand integration. Suppose there is a function, there is a graph of anything, and it goes like this, and we need to find the area of this graph from A to B. We need to find the area. So how do we find it? Suppose we take an element like this. What is its height? The value of fx at that instant, right? And what is its width? It is dx. Now its area will be fx into dx, because this is a rectangle. This is very small, dx is very small. Now if we add all these rectangles from A to B, we'll get the area, right? So fx into dx from A to B is equal to area. This we can write. This is the basic of integration. This is the basis. Okay, so now let us talk about differentiation. Suppose there is a graph and it goes like this, and I find the slope at this point. Theta is this angle, so at that point we can write tan theta is equal to f dash x or dy by dx. Yeah, this is the slope at this point. So from differentiation we find the slope, and opposite of differentiation is integration. From this we find area. Okay, this is the basic, you need to understand this. So there was a very beautiful photo that I had seen that described, there is a coffee bean and you derivate it, you find the coffee powder, then you again derivative, you find the coffee. So it is like breaking. So that gives you a glimpse of it. So what differentiation really is. So this is differentiation and this is integration. I hope it is clear. If you still have any doubts you can ask. But I am telling you again, this is calculus, and calculus you have a whole book on. You have a whole book on calculus. So I am just telling you the basics which are required. I am erasing this. Differentiation or derivative means the one and the same thing. Now let us understand these concepts in terms of kinematics. So let us take a VT graph. Let us take a VT graph and it goes like this. So what does this mean? This means that the person is traveling at a constant velocity. So just constant velocity, 40 km per hour or whatever. It is just going, yeah. If it is going at constant velocity, what is the acceleration, you tell me? Acceleration must be 0, right? So AT graph must be 0, no acceleration. Yes, no acceleration. Or you can also say slope of Vt was 80. So the slope is 0. Vt slope is 0. That's why acceleration is 0. Again, if we find the xt graph, Now this is important. Xt is position time graph. Sometimes it is written as displacement time graph, but it is actually position time graph. What is your position at that point? Okay. Now you tell me that if I am moving with constant velocity, my position is increasing, right? My position is constantly increasing. So XC graph should increase. So XC graph, what is it like? It is like this. So XC graph increases. Okay. And as I told you, slope of XC is Vt. Slope of. So let us understand this also, that dV by dt is acceleration. dV by dt is acceleration. Change in velocity upon change in time. That means derivative of velocity is acceleration. Similarly, dx by dt is velocity. Displacement dx upon time. Displacement upon time is velocity. That means the derivative of velocity Vt curve is acceleration. This is its slope is at. And similarly x. So derivative of xc graph is velocity. If this value is theta, this becomes tan theta automatically. This becomes tan theta. Okay. So it is as simple as that. And again, slope of this is this. So integration of this, area of this will be xc graph. It is opposite to each other. We will apply these things, then you will find it easy. Okay. I am erasing it. It was a normal example. You can imagine it also. The person was moving with constant speed, and then we have solved the mathematics of it. I am erasing it. This is important. I hope it is clear. Let us take another case. If suppose a person is traveling with acceleration, so the scooty's handle is constantly rotated and the person is accelerating, so the velocity is increasing, right? The velocity will increase. If the velocity will increase, there will be acceleration, so at graph will be something, and its slope is this. If this is theta, this becomes tan theta. Slope of it is 80. And similarly, how will the xc graph be like? My speed, if my speed is increasing, my position will increase. Position was increasing in the previous graph also, but now it will increase at a faster rate. That means xc graph will be like this. This is the xc graph. Okay. So again, slope of this is this. How? Let us see. So see, the slope is less here, slope is more, slope is more. So slope was velocity, velocity is less, velocity is more, velocity is more. That is what is happening. Velocity is increasing. Yeah. So this is an example of constantly accelerating motion, constantly accelerated motion. So I am erasing this. Let us understand the third case. If the person was moving and the person is applying brakes. So if the person is applying brakes, its velocity will decrease. But if he starts applying the brakes, he will still move forward. He will not turn back. So he is applying brake, but it is moving forward. Then it will stop. That means position will still increase. Position is increasing in the three cases. Suppose this is theta. Tan theta will be negative because theta is obtuse. So acceleration will be minus. This will become tan theta. So slope of this is 80. Similarly, if we find the xc graph, as I told you, position will increase, but with a different rate, xc graph will be like this. So you can see slope. So you can see slope was more, slope is less, slope is less. So slope is decreasing. That means velocity is decreasing. That is what is happening. Yes. So it is like this. I hope you are able to connect everything. This should be connected. Physics and maths are totally interlinked at each point. Okay. I am erasing this. These are the concepts involved. Let me also take two more things and then we'll move on to questions. Suppose an xc graph is an upward parabola. Upward parabola. Okay. Now, what is the derivative of xc graph? It is velocity, right? And if you see the slope here, the slope here, the slope here, and the slope here. So the slope you see here, theta is, let us take this point as A, B and C. So A, B and C, theta is obtuse, 0 and acute. Here it is acute. And tan theta was velocity. Tan theta is velocity because the slope is velocity. Okay. So if you find tan theta is negative, 0 and positive, that means velocity is increasing. That means acceleration is positive. So whenever acceleration is positive, XT graph is upward parabola. Okay. This is a thumb rule. Let us also understand it in downward parabola case. XT graph, it is downward parabola. I again take 3 points. So A, B and C, theta is acute, theta is obtuse and then theta is 0. So if you take points A, B and C, theta is acute, 0, obtuse. Tan theta is positive, 0, negative, and tan theta was velocity only. So you see the velocity is decreasing, positive, 0, negative. Velocity is decreasing means acceleration is negative. That means whenever acceleration is negative, XT graph will be downward parabola, and you have seen in the previous cases also. So in the second case when acceleration was there, so in the acceleration was there, we were using this curve, this part. This part can also be used as per requirement, but we were using this part. So whenever acceleration is positive, this part is used. Considering this, so we used A to B, this part, when acceleration was negative. Yeah, in the previous cases you can see. So this is the basic of graphs, overall basic. We have understood what is integration, derivative and different cases. Now we will apply these in the, different questions. Okay, we'll do 2 questions and similarly you can do more. And graphs is important. See, these are the basic of engineering, physics, maths, etc. So if you want to master physics, maths, so you have to master these. Suppose there is a case of VT graph like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and -10. Okay, so VT graph is like this. Now what does this mean? This means from 0 to 2, the particle, the person accelerated. At 2 seconds, he applied the brakes, he or she applied the brakes, but still the person will move forward. Okay, so till 4 he moved. Now at 4 velocity becomes 0. Then the velocity becomes negative, graph goes below. Then he will accelerate up to 6. Then he will apply the brakes. At 8 he will stop. He or she will stop. Yeah. So this is the motion. So that means the position. Now it is very much clear to me from the graph only. The position will increase, the position will decrease. Yes, this is clear to me, and this will only happen. So let us see. AT graph. It is a slope. So how much is the slope? First 10 by 2, 5. First 2 seconds, 5 is the slope. In the next 2 seconds, 10 decrease in 2 seconds. That means -5. -5 is the slope. Then again 10 decrease in 2 seconds. That means -5 is again the slope. Then in the next 2 seconds, 10 increase in 2 seconds. That means +5 is the slope. This is the AT graph. So AT graph is in brakes. It is in brakes. When you study maths, you study the properties of graphs. You study a lot of things. You can find a lot of things from this. Whether it is continuous, differentiable, on 2 into, a lot of things. So we'll take some classes for maths also. So there you will see. And what is the XT graph? Area. Slope of XT is VT. That means VT is area is XT. So half into base into height. How much it is? 10. In 2 seconds I have to reach here. Acceleration is positive. That means upward parabola. In the next 2 seconds, half into base into height, again 10. Because I moved further only. So at 4, my position is 20. I have to reach here. Acceleration is negative means downward parabola. In another 2 seconds, x becomes minus 10, half into base into height. So I have to come back. I have to come back at 6 seconds. I have to reach here. 20 to 10. Acceleration was negative, that means downward parabola only. And in next 2 seconds, half into base into height, that means minus 10. I have to reach here. Acceleration is positive, that means upward parabola. Okay, this is the graph, and you can see the position increased and position fell. The position, person came back. Yeah. So this is how you need to solve it. I hope every concept is crystal clear in this. I have explained everything. If you still have any doubts, you can write in the comments. And as I have said, share this video to as many people as you can. And now this is one secret to cracking the exam with very good rank. There is one category of people who think that if I tell him how to solve the questions, his rank will come and I will fall back. I will not tell him. And there is a second category of people who tells everybody how to solve questions. Yeah. Now in doing so, his concepts become crystal clear and he cracks the exam. Other people may forget it. So the more you share, the more you teach somebody how to solve questions, the more you solve the doubts of other people, your exam cracking probability will increase. It will double, it will triple. Yeah. So my teacher used to do the same thing. He used to tell me that just sit in the institute and whosoever is coming, they solve doubts. So I used to solve a lot of doubts. So my concepts became clear and I didn't forget things. Yeah. So my concepts were clear. This is one thing you need to change if you are doing this. If you are not telling people how to solve questions. So, and there was a very good statement also. The leaders will be those who will uplift others. Yeah. If you are constantly pulling them down, you also have to come down to pull them more down, right? If you are pulling them up, you have to go up to pull them up, right? So, solve doubts. Suppose this is the VT graph. Now, what is it? Let us qualitatively analyze first, then we will do the quantitative analysis. So, this is like going to the shop, coming back to home. This is like going to the shop. You are starting at 0 velocity, you will reach the speed of 10, you will move with constant velocity, you will apply brakes and you will stop at the shop. This is like a normal, a common mango people's graph. Aam Aadmi graph. So let us take, the slope is again 5, 10 by 2, 5. Then the slope is 0 in the next 4 seconds. Okay. Then the slope is minus 5. The slope is minus 5 in the next 2 seconds. So this is the graph of 80. It is the slope. Again we will find the area. We will find the area XT graph. Half into base into height. So how much I have to reach? The point 10. Acceleration is positive, upward parabola. In the next 4 seconds, base into height 40. I have to reach the point where x is 50. This point I have to reach. Acceleration is 0, straight line. In the next 2 seconds, half into base into height. So I have to reach the point where the position is 60. Covering 10, I reach from 50 to 60. So acceleration was negative, it is downward parabola. So as you can see, the x was increasing only. I never turned back. My velocity was always positive. Velocity was always positive. Here I turned back, positive and then negative. Yeah, it was always positive. So my position always increased, and came back. So this is how you have to solve it. And I hope the concepts are clear. If you are doing it for the first time, you will find it difficult. Okay, but do it 3-4 times and you will find it very, very interesting and very, very easy. Okay, so practice more questions from it and we will meet in the next class. If you have any doubt, write in the comments, and what you have to do, share this video with all your friends, okay, who have difficulty in understanding physics. First category of people. Now second category, who cannot afford to go to classroom program but really want to learn. So these are the people you should definitely share the video with. Okay, so we'll meet in the next class. Thank you so much.